Hey, welcome to YourBlock. My name's Thomas. I'm sitting here with
Ian,
Thomas.
and Sam.
Thomas.
And I guess this will be our first actual podcast.
Yeah.
We've done a couple before, they haven't really worked out, but this will be the first.
Accidents happen.
We're just going to do a general conversation today, talk about whatever we want to talk about. So what's going on in your lives, guys?
Paying for school.
I'm picking up my toenails right now.
Okay.
Trying to get some cash together for other stuff.
Okay, on a less depressing note.
Yeah.
What's... I don't know, what games have you guys been playing? What movies? What have you guys been... What have you guys been experiencing?
My hand on my dick a lot.
Okay.
Because I'm bored.
Same.
Oh. Well.
Well, I guess all three of us there.
Whoa.
But
Ian.
I've been watching a lot
okay.
of movies.
Okay. And what have you been watching, Ian?
I watched The Princess and the Frog for the first time the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Some
pretty
racial equality on Disney's part. Good for them.
Yeah. Let's see. How to Train Your Dragon 2.
We're all really tired today because
Sorry.
we just did like a good 4-hour session of Minecraft, and you'll probably see that on the channel later on.
In multiple parts.
And it'll be up in multiple parts for sure.
Parts.
We did literally hours and hours. And it probably won't be that exciting, but if you're into just watching people play Minecraft, then that might be up your alley. We also did today we did about half an hour of the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and that'll be up for you guys as well.
Eventually.
So we're gonna be a little tired, I guess.
Yeah.
And so what else is going on?
I don't know. I'm trying to. What was that show that you're watching? What's it called?
The anime?
Yeah, that one.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, that one. That was pretty nice.
And what's Tokyo Ghoul about?
It's there's this guy and he meets a girl who changes his life forever. No, but
well, I see they went the original route.
yeah, it's very original. It's
Okay.
this dude meets this girl at a bookshop. Something they serve tea and shit. It's a tea shop.
It's a cafe.
Okay, cafe. There you
Okay.
go. That's what it is. Cafe.
And this girl is interested in the same book as the main character.
Wow.
And he's like, man, I'm going straight for this chick. And then it turns out she's one of these things called a ghoul, and she tries to eat him, and they end up at a construction site somehow.
Okay.
And a bunch of steel beams fall on them, and she dies.
And
he's almost dead.
And he's almost dead, so he gets a transplant.
Okay.
But they use the dead ghoul's organs to transplant into him. So now he's
Her?
half ghoul, half
Oh.
human, and she takes over his mood every now and then and tries and forces him to eat people.
Okay.
Not really. I think
And-
that's just because he's hungry as one of the
But
thingies.
when the ghoul side takes over, she starts going like, "Doesn't he just look so tasty?"
Sounds really
Okay.
creepy.
So does this mean that she was a cannibal in her actual life, or is this
No,
just...
it's like
No,
it's like a
It's
mutant
because
thing.
she's dead, she's evil now kind of thing.
No, she
No,
was,
no.
she was like a super evil.
She was
Oh.
a super evil ghoul, and ghouls live off of feeding off of humans.
Great.
Yeah, they eat people and shit. It's cool.
So, moving on.
Yeah.
I guess we're about halfway through 2014 now. We've had some interesting movies come out this year. What are some of your favorite movies this year?
Guys, hold on. The podcast, the recording just passed 4:20. It's time to blaze.
It's time to blaze. We just passed 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yep.
That's time to bust out your lighters.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take before that joke actually gets hold of people.
Ugh,
tired
yeah, I'm already tired of it.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah. Anyways, what are some of your favorite movies this year? What are you guys liking?
We saw friggin' Godzilla. That was pretty cash. Story wasn't that great, but monster fights, beautiful.
Monster Fight.
Absolutely beautiful.
I liked it.
Just
monster fights.
Encounters.
I liked it. I did not like that main actor though.
Yeah, you don't like
And
Kick-Ass.
I was pissed off Bryan
Aaron-
Cranston was only in it for 30 minutes.
Probably 'cause
Aaron
Spoiler
Taylor-
alert, not really, but...
They couldn't afford him to be in the whole movie, probably.
Yeah, I don't think. I think they.
No,
could've
I
got-
feel like
probably
they
could've.
could
They're like,
afford...
hey,
I feel
let's-
like they
let's
could
get him.
afford that.
Let's get him, fucker.
I actually did not like Godzilla all that much.
No. No,
Bryan Cranston was there for
I
the
can
time that he was. Then we have to follow Aaron Taylor Johnson for like the next hour, and then it's just not interesting at all. I didn't care about him. He could have got stepped on at any point. Would not have given a shit. The last half hour though was pretty cash. That monster fight, Godzilla versus the Mutos, that was probably one of the best Godzilla fights ever. But I don't think it. I don't know. I don't think it was worth.
That was a sick fight. I agree though. I feel like the hour with Aaron Taylor Johnson
Yeah.
was trash. I liked the first 30 minutes, hated the middle hour, and then
then
liked
the
the
last-
last 30 minutes.
So half of the movie was good. So the first half and last half hour. Yeah. What else is good this year?
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's definitely top 5 for me
Yeah.
of the year so far.
it's in. If I went on IMDb, it's like in their top 30, I think,
Wow.
of movies of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Days of Future Past is probably going to be, on the geek side of things, one of the best movies this year. They just totally, if you guys have seen it, you know the giant retcon that it did on the entire X-Men franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 3 can't happen that much.
Like I'm pretty sure that even screwed over X-Men or Wolverine Origins.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like that didn't happen.
I don't even think they were
anymore.
going to bring that up again anyways. Like no part of that.
yeah.
Um,
So we might get Deadpool from Fox.
we,
Fox can make a Deadpool movie, yeah.
hopefully we at least get that.
Don't do
I
it,
think
Fox.
I think they owe it to us now.
Yeah, hopefully they don't fuck it up like.
Recently, I saw Dawn of the Planet of the Apes with Andy Serkis
Yeah.
doing his mocap game, just bringing that to new levels completely. That's my favorite movie this year so far. I gave it 5 out of 5. Don't usually do that with movies, but I was just overwhelmed. I loved it so much. Human Side was also a little on the boring side, but you could tell that this movie was about Caesar. It was about the apes.
Yeah.
So as long as you realize that the focus is supposed to be on them, I think you can overlook the pretty dull Human Side.
Human Side, but you can't not say Gary Oldman carried the Human Side.
He did.
He carried the
He
Human
actually
Side
wasn't
of
in it
things.
a lot though. He was like, but the parts
I know, but the parts he was in were amazing.
Yeah, like the part where he's sitting there, with his family on the freaking iPad. He's just
You guys
Yeah.
talking about Commissioner Gordon, right?
yeah. We're talking about
So,
Commissioner
This is a
Gordon.
Batman movie, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right,
It's a
sweet.
prequel.
Where's Christian Bale? What was he doing?
Christian Bale dead at this point, I believe.
Oh, shit.
So
What
Yeah.
if they actually tie that in? What if they somehow?
That
Well, with
would
the-
make
with the-
it a stupid ass
It
movie.
would, but
That
they're
would
like,
be a
yeah, Commissioner
stupid-
Gordon
no,
got a name change.
that would have
He's dealing with the
literally
apes now.
ruined the movie. That would have literally ruined the movie.
Probably because that would have been. It wouldn't make any sense.
I mean, every Batman fan ever would be jumping up and down, but
Yeah. Not
For-
that the Batman movies were bad. They're good. They're very good. Batman movies are great.
yeah.
Some of them.
I,
are. Some of them are.
for to avoid some hate, I might not voice my opinions on the Dark Knight trilogy, but
What's the problem with the second movie of the franchise, Thomas? Huh?
nothing. No.
No?
I'm sure to the rest of the world, they're excellent movies.
It's
To me, the Dark Knight. I like the first one. The second one was. Sorry guys, completely overrated. It's just it was good, but it's like I think people blow it out of proportion. The last one was everyone knows how
yeah.
wretched that was. Not wretched, but
I
just not as
agree.
it doesn't live up to the name of the second movie.
I agree that the second one was blown way out of proportion. I did still like it.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
And probably the best performance, Heath Ledger being the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Best
I
performance.
don't know. You guys ever
in
seen Brokeback
cinema.
Mountain before?
I actually have seen Brokeback Mountain.
I have too.
Yeah.
But
I haven't. I'm
You
sorry.
haven't seen it?
No.
It's
But-
one of those movies that you avoid, like, because it's like, you don't want your guy friends making fun of you. I watched it, like, a couple of years ago,
yeah,
and it was enjoyable. It was.
it was a good movie.
It was.
You guys know why I like the third Batman movie the most?
Why do you like the third Batman movie the most?
I like the third Batman movie for Bane.
For Bane. Bane was good. Not really.
Yeah, it was okay. It was.
If you could, if they threw up some subtitles when he was speaking, I'd probably find it.
You know, they actually had to remove like the first iteration of the movie that they put out
Yeah.
because no one could understand what he was
What
saying.
the hell he was saying?
It was just
Even
like,
the first press screenings for the movie, everyone walked out of the movie apparently going like, "What the fuck was he saying?"
What was he talking about?
And I think my favorite of the three movies is the first one actually, because
Ra's al
it's
Ghul.
Raja. Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al
Ra's
Ghul.
al Ghul. Does he have scabies or something?
Because
Ra's-
it's Liam Neeson.
It's a joke.
And
Liam Neeson's fantastic.
Liam Neeson is fantastic.
Yeah.
But like, for me, the entire trilogy, I don't feel like it really got what the essence of Batman is to me. I think it's yet to be seen on screen. Actually, I've never seen a Batman movie ever, and I've seen all of them. I don't feel like I'm watching like a Batman. You know, doesn't.
Batman.
Yeah, I don't think. So like the voice, like the deep voice when he's speaking, like I wonder if you guys can hear that motorcycle outside. Yeah, the deep voice that he did, I found pretty stupid. How, this is Christopher Nolan's choice, but for me it didn't work. How he took all of the superhuman elements out of like the trilogy, like even Bane wasn't even like the hulking
Yeah.
monster that he is in like the comics, and so they
Yeah,
took
and
away
there was no Venom. Like, instead of him injecting himself with Venom to become extra stupid strong
Mhm.
over his already venomed up body,
Mhm.
they just said, yeah, we're just gonna leave it with Venom.
He's only got the mask because his face got fucked up in prison. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I found so interesting about Batman growing up though is that he is the greatest like human superhero, and he's surrounded by all these like godlike beings, and he's just a man standing among them, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I always found so interesting. So that when this trilogy came around, it's like, yeah, we're not gonna have any of that superhuman stuff. I was like, fine, you don't need to have Superman though. But like some of his villains are super powered, you know. They're like, and when I heard that Bane was gonna be the villain of the third, I was like, holy shit, we're gonna have a big, raging monster coming after Christian Bale, and
Intense.
I want to see his back get broken, and
He's just gonna like.
actually, didn't he actually break?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It
He
just
broke
wasn't
his back.
super intense.
It wasn't
just
that.
kinda-
It was just there for the fans who ever read that.
It's like, whoops! I accidentally dropped you on my knee.
And then Catwoman came in and saved the day, right? Spoiler alert.
That ass woman.
So,
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Hey,
Oh man.
calm your hormones, man.
don't you think Halle Berry was a better Catwoman though?
Yeah, actually, I really like that movie.
Christ.
That was a great movie. It was almost as good as Transformers 4 with Optimus Prime flying in fucking space at the end of the movie, right?
Holy
Huh?
shit.
Huh? You like Transformers 4? Buzz
No.
Lightyear?
No, I don't.
And-
Transformers 4 was shit.
And why don't you like
Prob-
Transformers 4?
Probably the worst movie I saw this year.
But Ian, it grossed so many monies.
Doesn't more money mean better?
Yeah, it grossed a lot of monies at box office.
I don't care. It was shit.
Yeah,
There was a lot bad about the movie.
And the Dinobots were bad.
No,
I like the Dinobots actually.
The rehash they did with the Dinobots is amazing. Well, not rehash, but what's the word?
At first when I saw them, I was kind of like,
Do over.
eh.
Whatever.
And then I went back and I watched the original Transformers cartoon because I haven't watched them since I was like 10 years old or something. And then I see the Dinobots come on screen and I was like, oh, here we go, we're going to see something cool. Grimlock has downs. He is such a stupid character.
Slightly retarded.
Sorry if we offended people with those words, but it's just the character. He was never really that great to begin with, I guess. But
Yeah.
so I feel like the way they used him in the movie was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like
just
except the part where Optimus Prime rode him.
Yeah, especially because he has foot jets that he only reveals at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
after
What?
four
That's-
fucking
that's-
movies.
That's a bit of a
Like-
facepalm moment, yeah.
They had a
No,
spaceship. They
but-
made.
I don't fucking care about spaceship or ship.
It matters. He flew into space. They made a spaceship in the
I
first
know.
movie. He could have just been like, "All right, you guys don't want me on the planet anymore. I'm
Sam-
gonna fly into
But
space."
Sam,
What
that
the
wouldn't
fuck,
have looked
dude?
cool. Think about what looks
okay.
cool in that moment. Him
After
flying.
My
Stupid.
one of the biggest problems I had was
Yeah.
the Dinobots.
Uh-huh.
Not necessarily the Dinobots
Mhm.
per se.
Yeah.
How
Not
they were
necessarily per se.
Shut the fuck up.
How they...
How they were introduced
Okay.
was stupid.
Okay.
No, it made sense.
And how Optimus just like, you're free to live your own life now.
Well,
And
obviously
they
they
ran off into the sunset.
Okay, they're
What
go-
the
Hey.
fuck?
Hey!
No, it made sense. They're gonna use them again, so they're just like, okay, well,
Maybe if they introduce
Yeah.
Dino Island, okay, and that's where they just are now. Maybe they can just be on Dino Island if they need them. They can just be like, hey, Optimus to Dino Island. I need your help.
Yeah, they'll probably find some way to hide out in the world. But like, it kind of did make sense the way he introduced him, because they're supposed to be like ancient warriors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they were presenting them.
Yeah, I think that's what the whole first scene of the movie was. It was supposed to be the what are they called? Not the Autobots, not the Decepticons, but
The others?
the Transformer gods. or
The
whatever
gods,
they're
the
called.
creators, yeah.
Yeah, and how they were destroying the Earth and stuff.
They're
and then-
terraforming it to make it usable for the Transformer species.
Yep. And then they introduced Dinobots and the guy, what was his name, Lockdown?
Lockdown, yeah.
Yeah, because he was looking for all the...
Transformium, right?
No, not Transformium. He was going around, he said something to Optimus. He's like, your creators want people back and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's probably why he had them, because he was just returning them to the Transformer god people.
As bad
That
as
makes any
Transformers
sense.
4 was, though, I feel like they did give us probably the best villain so far in Lockdown.
Yeah, he was a badass. He was
Yeah.
amazing.
I still don't like
great.
how they put these faces on the Transformers, though, and, like, have their lips moving and shit, and it's,
Yeah.
like, really creepy looking.
Especially John Goodman bot. How he had like that...
I
What
fucking
was
hated
his-
John Goodman bot.
Did you?
Like,
Yeah.
he just didn't shut his goddamn mouth.
That was supposed
And
to be the
every time
But-
he opened his mouth, it was just a stupid ass one-liner.
But,
It was worthless.
okay.
That's a Michael Bay as
Speaking-
What about Ken Watanabe bot?
Oh, I liked him. I liked him.
I
liked
liked him.
Drift
He's had like 4 lines, and all of his lines were great.
Yeah. Drift and what's the new guy's name?
Hound?
No,
Drift
no,
Hound.
Drift Hound.
And...
Shit, what's his? The green one. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's...
Crosshairs. Yeah,
he
he
was
was cool. I liked him.
Crosshairs was
He was
sick.
voiced
I
by...
liked him.
Crosshairs was, I believe, voiced by the same guy who does Bender from Futurama.
Oh,
So that's a fun little fact.
nice.
Yeah, I like these new Autobots because you can...
Distinguish them.
You can, like, really distinguish them. They're all, like, a different color. Like, you have Hound that's, like...
And they're
he has, like, a beard. He's fat. You can see... You have Crosshairs. He's got this, like, flowing kind of
He-
trench coat. Green.
he reminded me
Drift
of
is-
like Neo
Yeah.
from the Matrix.
Especially when he does that move.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what we're talking about when you see it.
Jumps off the ship. Boom, boom, boom. I got the guns. Yo, what's up?
So I like the new Autobots.
Bumblebee's still in it.
Bumblebee's still there.
Man, Bumblebee's kicking ass in the movie. He was doing great.
Yeah.
Especially.
I feel like they downplay the character because without Shia LaBeouf's character,
it's just.
I feel like Bumblebee isn't that important now because like Sam and Bumblebee's relationship in the like past 3 movies were like sort of I found what made Bumblebee what
Yeah.
made him more important, I guess, and now
Mhm.
that relationship isn't there. but they were still trying to make Bumblebee important because he is like a fan favorite. Everyone loves Bumblebee.
Oh, and can we talk about how stupid
No.
Mark Wahlberg's character was?
I like that ground pound. That one scene, there's just like, no! And then he hits the ground and pants above him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
The Bud Light,
Why?
guys. The Bud Light.
Oh, yeah.
The Bud Light.
Where it picks someone up.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And then he hits... Oh,
Shameless
my God.
advertisement.
Shameless advertising. It was so amazing, though. I laughed so hard.
It was funny. It was funny. Stupid enough to be funny.
I didn't mind that. I thought it was hilarious.
It was so stupid, but it was so funny.
It was one of those things where at the beginning of the movie, he was just so bad. He only commented on his daughter. It was just like, no, you're too young. No, I'm going to protect you. No, no, no. Protection, protection, protection.
That's because it's
No-
supposed to be
Nothing else.
Your
Yeah, it's supposed to be the-
stereotypical...
And then the
protect dad.
bullshit with the 20-year-old boyfriend and
Oh,
how it
God,
was
the
like
law.
legal
It's
for
the
them.
Romeo and Juliet law
How-
or some
how-
shit.
Yeah.
And he pulls out the law out of his ass and he's like, here, read them in wheat, bitch.
It's
And
like, check it. I got this on. I got this on my wallet.
That was bad,
I
yeah.
have a pocket edition of the Romeo and Juliet law.
Yeah.
Back to Bumblebee.
Yeah.
They actually kind of made him his own dude this time
Yeah.
around.
That's true, yeah.
'Cause he's always been the guy with like attitude, and he could never talk because the whole voice box thing. But he did more of his own stuff this movie,
Yeah.
especially that one part in the last fight where Kramer,
Yeah.
no, not Kramer, but Fraser dies,
Fraser dies.
and Optimus is fighting Lockdown. He just
Yeah.
kind of runs up and he starts using capoeira on him. It's pretty cool.
So,
Just the kicks.
what do you think would... I mean, we can pretty much, quality-wise, write off the Transformers franchise now. I mean...
Yeah.
But what would you guys like to see in the fifth one?
Not Unicron. That's got to be the sixth. It's probably going to be more Galvatron.
More... Because they...
It's gonna
more
have to be
Galvatron.
Galvatron.
They introduced Galvatron now.
Yeah,
they
kill
showed
him
him a
off.
bit in this movie. I think this is more about Lockdown, though.
Yeah.
But Galvatron was there. They're going to probably do more of him in the fifth. Maybe... I don't even know how they do Unicron, though. Like, how do you show us that? Because, like, it kind of reminds me of the Fantastic Four movie where Galactus was coming.
It's
And
like,
Silver
well,
Surfer is like...
Galactus.
And
It's not
Silver
actually
Surfer was like, yeah, Galactus is coming. Everyone's like, holy shit, we're actually going to see Galactus on the big screen.
Yeah, no, it's just a bunch
And
of...
I feel like it's going to be something similar because Unicron is like
Fucking-
this giant planet-like thing.
Mhm.
But I'm sure they'll, at some point, Michael Bay has sort of tried to
He already
beat
did-
around the bush about it.
Yeah.
So I think they're thinking about it at some point. So maybe the sixth movie they'll do that, and maybe that'll be the end. 2 trilogies, cut it off there. We had some
Hopefully.
stupid laughs and
Yeah,
a
it's
really
gonna have to.
really good first movie.
Yeah. The first movie was actually legitimately good. I really liked the first movie.
The first one was good.
Yeah.
I really
Not
liked it.
Exceptional, but good.
The first one was okay.
And then the
second one
was
was shit.
second one was
is
garbage.
The, worst
The
overall.
third one was better,
It was better.
The third one's kind of but yeah. It
and
was better
then
than
the
second
fourth one I actually think was better than the second and third.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
it
with
was.
you.
It was.
Okay.
So this is actually, all three of us agree that this Transformers 4 is the second best Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
okay, so we're
though
in
it was
agreement
utter
on
shit.
Yeah, I mean that's not saying much, but
In the next one, like number 5, I want Galvatron, and it's probably going to be Ultra Magnus or something. That would be neat.
okay.
Ultra Magnus would be nice. And Hot Rod, because Optimus has got to die
Hot Rod.
again.
I've always wanted them to bring in Hot Rod actually.
Yeah. Or they might substitute Hot Rod for Bumblebee.
Yeah, they've done that.
Yeah.
So I guess we've talked enough about Transformers. What can we move on to now? What's
I think we've touched on our least favorite movie of this year so far.
I really liked it. It was stupid good fun. It was the plot was horrible, and the way they went about things was obviously
so if you guys had
bad,
off
but-
the top of your head right now had to say what are your 5 favorite movies of the year so far? 5 counting down to your number 1. What would you say? If you
Ooh.
I don't think I've watched that many.
you
movies
haven't
this
seen
year.
5 this year?
Oh my god. Okay. Number 5. probably Days of Future Past.
5 is Dave. Okay.
Off.
No.
Number 4 would be Locke
Okay.
with
Still haven't seen
with
that
Matt
actually.
Hardy.
Not Matt Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
The
Shit,
wrestler.
all the wrestler. Let's see. Number 3. I'm trying to remember all the movies that I saw.
Here, I'll let you think. I'll just run through mine. Number 5 for me is the Lego Movie.
That did come out this year. Okay.
Yeah, that was February. So,
I just completely forgot all the stuff that came out this year. Anyway.
and so, yeah, Lego Movie's my number 5. It was excellent. My number 4, 22 Jump Street. The same guys who made both movies.
Same
so,
guys who made 21
Those
Jump
guys
Street.
they can do no wrong. And the Lego Movie. Those are all the Chris Lord and Phil Miller, I think their names are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really good. So yeah, Lego Movie, 22 Jump Street. Number 3, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
That also did come out this year. I completely forgot about that.
Number 2,
Micus.
Days of Future Past. Number 1, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Those are my top
Okay,
5.
I think I got mine.
Yeah.
I think I
know
got
what I'm
mine.
doing.
Okay. Number 4, Days of Future Past.
Okay.
Number 5, Days of Future Past.
4 Lock.
Number 4,
Change
the
it.
Lego Movie.
Lego Movies 4.
Number 3 will be Locke.
Lock.
Number 2 will be
The Zelda movie.
This-
I think I'm gonna have to go with 22 Jump Street.
okay.
I thought it was hysterical.
You guys are forgetting something. I can tell you after.
Okay.
And then number 1, How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Okay. Wow. I gotta see that. What are we forgetting?
Hold on. Number 5 for me is Lego Movie, and then Days of Future Past. Transformers 4 was number 3, because I haven't seen that much this year.
Yeah.
It's actually, no.
It's okay.
Captain America is probably number 3. Transformers 4 doesn't even
Captain
deserve
Am-
to be on there.
I think I'm gonna put Captain America instead of 22 Jump Street.
Okay.
Number 2 is going to be Edge of Tomorrow.
Ooh.
No.
That was a very
forgot.
good movie.
I
It was
forgot about
amazing,
that
but I
movie.
don't think it's. I think it'd be like 6.
Okay. Yeah. Since you've pretty much seen everything this year, haven't you?
I've seen like almost every major movie except for maybe
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Uh-huh.
I've seen pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And number 1 would be Guardians of the Galaxy 17-minute preview.
Okay, the 17-minute preview.
It was that.
That was
it was
good.
so fucking good.
It was so
It's
good.
amazing.
I have a feeling come August 1st, Planet of the Apes is gonna have a run for its money.
Yeah.
With the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. It was. I mean, the source that they're going from is already a really good source, but
Yeah.
that preview just amped up the hype.
Whew.
That I feel like my top 5 will change once I see.
By the end of the
Rise
year-
of the Planet of the Apes.
By the end of the year, I hardly think my top 5 will have any of what's. Because like all those Oscar movies are gonna start coming out in like the
Yeah.
fall and shit. I still haven't seen Locke. I still haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon. So
Yeah.
those ones might switch out a few. Honestly, I thought when I saw Captain America: The Winter Soldier all the way in ancient times back in April, I had a hard time believing anything else would come out this year that would be better, and it's
Yeah.
number 3 now on my list. So it's
Yeah.
Well, it's been a good year for movies.
it's been pretty good
Very good.
for superhero movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, notwithstanding,
No.
was a bit of a disappointment.
It was a huge disappointment.
I think overall I liked it, but there was just so much in it that was going wrong. Like it had like. There's just so much going on in the movie that it really unfocused narrative.
Yeah, they had such a good setup too, and then let's just fuck it up. Let's make a shitty movie instead of
Yeah.
going with a very easy plot. Let's try to make it all. Let's try to squish all this shit in here and
Which
add multiple
really,
villains and just
really
why?
sucks because Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry on screen, It's
yeah.
just-
they-
it's the
they were
best in-
good.
Spider-Man 1 was fantastic with that.
I think Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry is the best relationship in any superhero movie ever, I think.
I can agree with that.
An argument can be made for Robert
Thor.
Downey Jr. and
Thor.
Thor and Natalie Portman.
No.
No, not
No.
no. Her sister, Kat Kat Dennings' character in that one guy in the last
Oh.
Thor movie.
Kat Dennings and
That was really
the,
good.
No, Kat Dennings should not even be in the fucking movie.
She's
I know,
awesome.
it's a
What are you
joke. Kat
talking
Dennings
about?
is great
Fuck
though.
her. She's so.
She's
Well, yeah,
amazing.
Why
Kat
was she
Dennings?
written into this movie?
Because she's the character's sister. She's got to have a sister.
I don't think is she the sister?
Yeah, she's her sister.
Oh.
Yeah, she's
Well,
like
in the
she's
movie,
the
I'm
helper.
pretty sure
her
she's
sister.
just the best friend.
I think
Oh, she's her sister in the movie. That's
don't
her
know, but-
sister in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure?
Don't think so.
Yes. Yes.
Comment
Whatever.
below if you know the answer to this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not Ian. If you're wrong, I'm gonna make up
I-
a contract saying
I don't
that
care.
Samuel
I don't care.
McKee Morgan.
She
okay,
should
all right,
not
all right.
fucking be in the
Okay, all right,
movie
wait.
because she's a
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
character.
Well, you don't like Denny, so fuck you.
I love Kat Dennings, man. Anywhere she shows up.
Yeah, she's funny and she's got huge tits.
Uh,
Not that there's
yeah.
anything. Mostly because she's funny.
Two Broke Girls is probably one of my favorite comedies on TV right now. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. Anyways, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
It's
We can go
it's
bad.
I'd say bad.
I'd
was,
say it's in my bottom 5 of this year.
it was a
And like
huge.
there's a lot of shitty movies that came out in January and February.
Yeah.
There are a
Stuff
lot
that-
of
yeah.
shitty ass movies.
I Frankenstein. That first Hercules movie that came out this year. I think that came out in January or it might
Yeah.
have been December.
Was that with The Rock?
No,
No.
that's coming out in like next weekend or the weekend after.
No, I think
Hopefully
it's
that's good.
this weekend.
Hopefully that's good, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh,
I know. You never know.
Yeah, so there's some pretty bad stuff this year. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is probably on that list. I hope they can salvage this franchise. A lot of people had a lot of problems with the first one. Definitely a lot of people had problems with this second one. I actually really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was... People have their complaints about this attractive Peter Parker. I think it's whatever.
Yeah.
I
don't
could
know, I
care
kinda like
less about
I
that.
don't know, I feel like it's a good modern spin on what Peter Parker is. Like, if you read the comics, because they recently kind of rebooted The Amazing Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
they're similar. I see some similarities in the two.
Yeah.
So hopefully this third one, they can get back on track and do what they're supposed to do with this and eventually bring us to a Venom versus Carnage movie.
Please. Please. Please.
And we're going to have that Sinister 6 movie coming. Hopefully that's alright. I have a lot of...
It's actually a movie, or it's not a
Yeah,
like
Sinister
TV series?
Six.
It's
No.
gonna be a movie.
Sinister
Okay,
6 is
cool,
going to be a
cool,
movie.
cool.
Venom movie, and yeah. So what else? What are some other like bad movies that came out this year? I think A Million Ways to Die in the West wasn't what it should have been.
It was funny.
It
but
had some
was
really funny moments, but, like,
immature.
It was just a lot of
Seth
stupid stuff.
MacFarlane. It was Seth MacFarlane funny.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was dick jokes.
it was a lot of just
Dick jokes the movie.
the
In
humor
in
wasn't
Wild
that
Wild West.
smart. And Seth MacFarlane can do some really smart comedy.
Yeah.
He's a really smart guy. Yeah.
Ted was
Um,
spectacular.
Yeah.
Even Family Guy, you have like a lot of smart comedy, and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
people don't think about Family Guy that way. They don't think about Ted that way. But he has some. But like this movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West, was just stupid. And there's the cameos were the best part though.
Was Ryan Reynolds in it like he wasn't Ted?
Was Ryan Reynolds in there? I feel like I don't remember. But
don't
like,
think so.
Because that
spoiler alert for the cameos of A Million Ways to Die in the West, because I'm going to drop them all right here.
dropping the bomb.
They have Gilbert Gottfried come in as Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
And Gilbert Gottfried is just rambling on about a bunch of random racist bullshit. And then Seth MacFarlane turns to the person he's sitting next to. He's like, I don't think that's Abraham Lincoln. And that made me erupt in laughter. Another good cameo was when he walks into a barn, and there's Doc from Back to the Future there with the DeLorean. And he's like, and the Doc is trying to like cover it up, and he's like, he's saying all this shit, and then that's another good one. And I think the best cameo was like at the very end of the movie, where you see these cowboy boots walking up, and it just pans up, and you see Jamie Foxx standing there dressed as Django.
Oh my god.
And yeah, that was awesome.
Oh my god.
Okay, best cameo of the year, Clint Eastwood
In Jersey
in
Boys?
Jersey Boys. Bad movie.
Yeah.
But that was the greatest cameo.
That was a good cameo. He, yeah, because the story of, like, the Four Seasons Jersey Boys, it takes place a while ago, back when, you know, Clint Eastwood was in his prime, and he was actually doing, like, his first movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
Spaghetti westerns.
So, yeah, I forget which movie showed up on the screen, but,
it
like...
was Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, Bad, and the Ugly?
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah. So, they're watching, there's, like... I forget,
No,
they're, like, sitting in
they-
a hotel room or
Yeah,
something.
they were just in a hotel room having a
And
hotel
it's on
party.
TV, and you just see Clint Eastwood there.
Yeah.
Like new Clint Eastwood or
No,
back in
old
the day?
Clint
Back in the day,
Eastwood,
okay.
Which is
Clint
cool,
Eastwood
because...
did
Well,
Good,
not
Bad,
old
and the
Clint
Ugly.
Eastwood
And it's a cool
versus-
cameo, because if you guys don't know, Clint Eastwood did direct the Jersey Boys movie.
Yeah.
So, that was a really cool cameo.
Yeah. I still wouldn't recommend watching the movie.
So that's, I guess that's movies this year. What else is cool?
Video games.
Yeah, on the video games front, we haven't really spoke about that. What have you guys been playing? What's going on?
Whatever you guys have been playing.
I've just been buying older games, really.
Yeah?
To be honest, yeah. Like I've got. What did I buy? What's my recent haul? Shoot, I just bought a bunch of fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Star Ocean. I'm gonna play that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Star Ocean. Asura's Wrath because I didn't. I'm just backed up. Is what I'm trying to say. L.A. Noire 2.
L.A. Noire, I played that. Not my favorite Rockstar game, that's just
No.
No, it's, I found it boring.
Oh.
I like it, like a lot of the investigation stuff is like really cool,
Mhm.
but like
It gets old quick.
yeah, but no, it kind of keeps itself fresh because you get promoted from like different departments, so you're doing different kind of like investigations.
Right.
So you'll do like homicide for one, then you'll do like I don't know.
Like drug.
Like a
Yeah,
rob-
like
like
the-
drug.
what's the drug? What's the
drug
drug
trafficking? DOA.
No, like there's a
Yeah,
specific
DEA.
word for like the drug
DEA.
unit though. It's like
DEA.
no,
No?
it's like I don't know. You'll play the game, you'll hear the word a million times. Trust
Yeah.
me.
And you move to the
And then
guns
you'll
games,
do
yeah.
like a case and robbery. I think that's what you start off with.
Mhm.
It's like a robbery of a jewel store. Or is that the second one?
So you.
yeah, you start off as a uniformed cop,
Right.
and then you do like this robbery case or something.
You
Yeah.
basically just move your way up to detective.
You move your way up
the
the ranks. Yeah.
And
Like-
what makes the game so bullshit
Uh-huh.
is the side story of
Yeah.
you and
It's
your
great. It's a
wife.
side story.
There's there's a side story that they bring in like I'd have to say halfway through the game, and you'll hear it is something to do with his wife, but like you just don't give a shit about it. Like I don't know. I think he's like the least interesting main character in all of Rockstar history. So
Kinda
it's like so you don't
evergreen,
really care about what's going on in his life. You don't care about all this bad stuff that's happening to him.
Yeah. But then once you get back into the game, it's fine.
But like
again.
yeah, all the mechanics of the game are fun. Like all the investigating I find really fun. It does kind of get a little old, but that's just my take on the game. I think you might enjoy it.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't really like Joe Blow, the main character. Not always. Like, I mean, it's fun seeing super intelligent or like super overpowered main characters, but that gets boring, and then you have your everyday regular main character who's just the guy who doesn't really do anything,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's super boring too. You know, it's tough to make a good main character. It really is.
It is, but I think you can because, I mean, if sticking with Rockstar,
Yeah.
just a few years, I think it was like the year before L.A. Noire, they brought out Red Dead Redemption. Okay.
I still haven't played that.
Game of the year.
It was, yeah, it was
Bad
Mm.
mistake. Bad mistake. Still haven't played.
and that main character, John Marston, is
Fantastic.
amazing. He's so awesome. He's just all kinds of badass. So I think you can do good main characters in a video game.
I guess it's not really main character. It's more character design in and of itself,
Yeah.
and how you make the characters affable.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you give them the direction.
So I haven't played too many games this year that are new, I guess. I've been working on the Season 2 of The Walking Dead game. Been going through that. Episode 4 comes out this next week. played Mario Kart 8. We've just gotten started on Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So
Yeah.
So we've been doing some Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Titanfall is great. We played
Yes,
Titanfall.
Love Titanfall.
Love Titanfall. I think that's a really refreshing take on the FPS genre.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are the games I've played this year. I don't think I played anything new though.
And I've literally just been playing what we've been playing here.
So, Monster Hunter. Guys, what do you do in Monster Hunter?
You kill monsters. You hunt monsters.
What?
Yeah.
Have you ever... I've had like 2 people ask me that question. What do you do in the game? What's the title of the game?
Well, I mean, yeah. I guess it is sort of a stupid question, but like, what else can you do though? Like, you can make your armors. You can like make weapons. You can do all that fun
You could
stuff.
hunt monsters and gear up to hunt monsters. Really simple concept, but carried out in such a good way. It makes the game such fun. Which is why they've hit like what?
So there isn't much to say about.
6th game?
I guess there isn't too much to say about video games right now.
Because especially none of us have what we've got the Wii U. None of us have the Xbox One.
Yeah, so
PS4 yet.
we haven't done any of the next gen stuff yet. Like we've even played Titanfall on 360.
Yeah.
But this
What about E3? What do you think about E3?
E3. Oh yeah, I
E3.
guess we haven't talked about E3.
Whose side are you on for E3? PS4s? Or, no, sorry.
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Okay.
Definitely.
I think Nintendo
Zelda.
Nintendo won this year.
That Zelda.
Alright.
That Zelda.
Like, just look at what Nintendo dropped this year, man. Oh my god, the
I'm
Zelda game.
I'm just saying, guys, Bloodborne Game of the Year. It could happen.
It
I
could.
am
It could happen.
literally
Bloodborne did look pretty great.
mind-boggled by Zelda. Mind-boggled.
Mind-boggled?
Yes! Sam, mind-boggled.
Because they're doing like
Open world Zelda.
Skyrim Zelda. Yeah, that's what they're doing, and it's gonna be incredible. I already know it, and people are it's rumored, like you can't really tell, but people are saying this new Link is female. I don't think so.
What if Zelda was a girl?
I don't think so. I didn't see it from the
Yeah, me neither.
from
But
the
like
trailer.
people
and
were erupting, be like female Link, and I was like, no, what? But
I don't think
could
you
happen.
can do that
It could.
Because with
and like have the Link Zelda thing.
well, it's not always necessarily a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
this princess knight comes to save the princess, but like even
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, Link gets with the farm girl, right? And
yeah,
Yeah.
He
that
doesn't
is
even end up.
that
he
is
doesn't.
canon now.
He barely ever. Does he ever end up with Zelda?
He
Legitimately?
It's sort of implied at the end of Skyward Sword.
Okay.
They've
Yeah.
But like even then, I don't think so. I don't think there's ever been like a romantic relationship there. I don't think
At all.
Link
No.
is like a romantic character. Like most romantic is with that, the farm girl in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Because
Which is more of a cutesy thing.
Yeah.
With that. But, I mean, it's,
so that's because that's how they
It's close.
that's how they explain, because she's a rancher, and then in Twilight Princess, Link at the beginning of the game is a rancher,
mm-hmm.
and because that Link is like a direct descendant of Ocarina of Time's Link.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they make that connection. That's pretty cool. So everything else at E3, who do you guys think won? I still think it's Nintendo because they.
Nintendo.
Sony
Definitely.
had so much cool stuff. I mean, not to put off the new Zelda game or anything like that, but
Yeah.
Sony had so much cool stuff that it just drew me to it. Like, I'm a big Dark Souls fan. Dark Souls 2 is fantastic, so I'm really looking forward to Bloodborne, which is kind of in, not the Renaissance, that would be horrible to say something like that, but,
Dark Ages, like.
no, not the Dark Ages, but shoot, I can't even, like, London, like, cobblestone walkways.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like that,
Just that-
that kind of feeling.
They're 1700s.
1700s, there you go. Thank
So like the
Renaissance.
yeah, like during the
Right.
days of, like,
Renaissance.
just past the Renaissance, like the
Yeah.
Enlightenment era. The,
yeah, it's kind of like they're doing something with
But
the
they're
Black Plague, and they're going to
Black
play
Plague.
off of that, and it's turning people into mutants or zombie kind of thing.
Mhm.
And it just looks really cool. It looks grim, it looks kind of dark.
I like some things Microsoft did. They focused on the games this year. That's what
Yeah.
the biggest complaint about what was going on last year with them. They announced like this Master Chief Collection thing,
Yeah. That looks really cool.
Ugh, that was good. I
Some
like that.
of the screenshots and the
That was
graphical
awesome.
updates they did just look really.
It looks amazing.
Fantastic.
Assassin's Creed Unity, I think that's my most anticipated game this year, besides maybe Smash Bros.
Oh,
But Smash Bros. Every year it comes out. That is my most anticipated game, so I kind of keep that separate. I think Assassin's Creed Unity is my most anticipated because it's during the French Revolution, one of the most interesting periods of time,
mm-hmm.
one of the most interesting periods in history, I think.
I'm still just waiting for feudal Japan.
It's coming.
I'm waiting for it.
It's coming. They'll be like, one day they'll be like, you fucking asked for it, here's feudal
They're
Japan.
seriously holding off on it because they know everybody wants it. They're like ninjas,
The-
Assassin's Creed.
I
Let's do it.
literally, I think 2 more games than feudal.
Yeah, they're really holding off on it. 'Cause it'd be pretty.
It's what it's everyone asking for,
No,
they're
no,
gonna do
It
it.
wouldn't be really easy.
I feel like they're working on it right now,
Yeah.
but they're just gonna try and make it perfect. So they're gonna put out 2 more games,
Get all their mechanics down, get
Yes.
everything, get
and
it
then
perfect.
throw it in your face. Here it is,
Mm.
ladies and gents.
They might even do it as a
Best
side
game
or
of the
something.
year, guaranteed, or your money back.
Yeah, I bet that.
Anyway, what else did Sony put out that I liked? There was The Order.
The Order.
That's what
Yeah.
it's called, right? With the,
Yeah, the Order 1988 or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah, and it's just.
or 1688, or
Something like that.
I think it's more because I've been playing like kind of games targeted toward a younger audience that I'm looking forward to all this more darkly set stuff. That
Oh yeah,
it's
understandably.
just stuff like that I want to see.
Um,
But yeah, anyway.
what else did PlayStation come out with? At the time we're recording this, E3 was almost 2 months ago now, so it's
Yeah, I'm actually.
it's
just
hard
gonna
to
Google this.
remember.
I'm gonna Google it. E3
so.
Sony, but what did Microsoft? What else? They came up with they had the Halo 4 trailer at E3, correct?
Halo 4?
Yeah, they had it. So, oh my god,
Halo 5, yeah.
Halo 5 trailer at E3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we already touched on the Assassin's Creed.
And there was Splatoon.
Splatoon. That looks kind of fun.
That looks really
From
cool.
Nintendo, yeah.
That looks really.
Wasn't
neat.
there another Uncharted as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really a big.
They
sucker
showed off
for
more of the
Uncharted
Mortal
games.
Kombat.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Mortal Kombat X.
I like that.
That looks fun.
Sub-Zero got destroyed by Scorpion. Scorpion got destroyed by
New character, right?
Someone.
Nintendo also showed off their new Skylanders like figurine toys that like can track data from each character from when you bring them game to game.
Yeah.
So that looks pretty cool. I might pick up one of those, like a Link one or something.
Yeah. That whole Skylanders thing seems to be something pretty big, but I've never really gotten into it.
Oh yeah, because if we were like 10 years old, we'd be all
Yeah,
over that.
that's probably what it is.
Definitely not for us, but like
Yeah.
if we were 10, oh my god, you know we'd have like shelves of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shell out thousands of dollars for little figurines that you can use in game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's amazing. I guess while Sam's looking this up, we can talk about. They showed more of Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Pre-ordered mine.
Yeah. That's looking amazing. They recently came out showing more of like the secret bases stuff. Like you can actually set up your base like a gym now.
Yeah.
And
The gym? You can have your own gym?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
your
cool.
You can have your gym.
Gym jammer gym.
And I'm liking how it's looking. They showed Mega Evolution for Metagross.
Yeah, and what's his name? The little gem guy. Sableye, I think? Mega Sableye?
Yeah,
Yeah. Where he's just holding the big gem.
that was
Which-
cool.
Yeah. That looks pretty neat. I mean, he was pretty...
And
He's really good in game. But anyway, sorry.
but no, I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite Pokemon games because man, Gen 3 was just like this really cool special game that I loved, and not everyone loved it, but I did, and it was awesome. Finding all the Reggies and Rayquaza, and it was awesome.
I didn't like it as much as Gen 2,
Definitely not, me neither.
Mm-hmm.
but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it better than like the black and white and X and Y,
Oh yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
I liked Gen 5, I think was
Black and white, yeah.
Yeah, Gen 5. Gen 5 is probably my second favorite, after 2. So I'd say it's like 2, 5, 6, 1, 4. I'd say that's my rankings of the gen so far.
Yeah, 2 is probably my favorite too. I'm really excited for the new one because all the 2 starters are supposed to get megas in this one. So I want to see that Mega Typhlosion. Mega Typhlosion, man.
Every starter will have a Mega Evolution eventually.
My heart sank when there was no Mega Typhlosion.
Yeah.
X and Y. And they're like, oh, Blaziken. Anyways, so yeah, Grim Fandango. I don't know how I forgot that. I'm really excited for that. That's gonna be nice. The Order, Let It Die too. That looks really gory for no reason and just kind of appeals to me.
I'm looking to play like a darker kind of game as well. So
Yeah.
I might check out the Order.
Honestly, the only reason I like Sony the best for E3 was Bloodborne and The Order.
Bloodborne and
That was really it.
Oh,
Those just...
I'm not sure who this was for, but The Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was also.
Damn it. I've never played The Witcher, though. So.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't played Witcher. I think Nintendo just. I think it knocked it out of the park this time because it just. I think it came out with
titles.
Bayonetta, Zelda, showed more Pokemon. They had an entire Smash Bros. Tournament at E3 with the new game, which was awesome.
And Greninja didn't do too well, apparently.
Yeah, Greninja did not do too hot.
Hopefully he gets buffed for the actual game. Because I'm planning on using Greninja.
Alright, so anything else to say about E3?
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
Have you guys been watching much TV? Anything on TV you guys have been watching that's pretty cool?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Season 4 of Suits
Suits.
came out 5 weeks ago.
How's that?
I've been watching that. It's still as good as the first 3 seasons.
What's that about? Is it about...
It's
real estate?
about
Real
a
estate?
lawyer who's not a lawyer.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh my.
Okay.
What does he actually do?
Well, no, he's a lawyer. He's just never gone to school for it. He just read a law book and he has photographic memory.
Oh, that is pretty cool. Okay.
And so he just owns every other lawyer. And this firm that he works for is trying to, like, they're making fake documents for, like, Harvard, and people are slowly finding out that he's not actually a lawyer, but they have to keep it on the down low because they're a part of the same firm, and it just looks bad on the firm if it turns out that way. And yeah, so
That does sound kind of interesting.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, cool.
Let's see. I've also been watching the new HBO show, The Leftovers.
Okay.
Mm.
Pretty rad,
Yeah.
if I do say so myself. The first episode was really good. Second episode was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then the third episode was like one of the best episodes of television I've ever watched.
Well,
It was so good.
that's cool.
What's it about?
2% of the world's population just disappears,
Oh, okay.
and basically it's how people are dealing with it.
Huh.
Yeah, post-apocalypse stuff is always kind of nice.
Well, it's not post-apocalypse.
Well,
It's literally people just disappeared.
Sounds like more like a sci-fi kind of.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or,
And, like, you don't know why it happened, and, like, there's a lot of weird cults being made, and
The cult of people disappearing.
and then
The cult of the disappearing man.
and then the third episode, which I really liked, is about this guy who's a priest, and basically a bunch of people that went to his church disappeared, and no one has been showing up to church and paying for the church, so he lost the church. And basically his entire purpose is to try and prove that this disappearance of people was not like the biblical apocalypse.
The rapture.
Rapture,
Yeah.
yeah. He's trying to prove that it's not the rapture by basically making flyers saying, like, this guy beat his children, not the rapture.
This guy beat his children, not the rapture.
This guy stole his children's entire college fund and gambled it all away. It's
Not the
definitely not the rapture.
Well, okay. That sounds like an interesting show.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool. Now, does it follow like one person and they all go through these events, or is
No,
it
it
from different perspectives?
follows. It's different perspectives.
Okay.
It's sort of like Game of Thrones, where it'll just touch a little bit on
Okay.
different people
Yeah.
each time. But yeah, the family is really not that interesting, which is why I hated the second episode, because that episode was just about the family. But the priest is great. Then you have this cult that doesn't speak and only smokes. They're pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far.
This sounds pretty neat.
Cool.
And then there's a bunch of new anime out too,
Yeah.
which is good.
And I'm.
Sam, you been watching anything?
Shit. What did I do? No, I just been
No.
looking at news and reading stuff about things.
Cool.
There was AKG. That kind of made Akiru. First episode was pretty good. Second episode was pretty good too.
Alright. I've
That's about it.
I've been watching a few shows. I watched like the first 2 seasons of Orange is the New Black on Netflix. That was really decent. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that show a lot.
I've only heard good things about that. It's supposed to be really good.
It is. Really excited to see where it goes in its 3rd season. What else have I been watching? I've been slowly working my way through Supernatural.
Oh,
I am
God.
on the 3rd season now.
Oh, quit where you're at. Just do it. Quit where you're at. I think the 4th season is the high point. The 4th or the 5th, and then after that it's just downhill.
Really? I don't know.
It- I like the characters, but like story-wise, 4th or 5th season is the high point.
I don't know, because I don't...
Fourth.
4th?
I'd actually even say the 3rd. And
I'm
then
too
it
far
just
in now,
slows
guys. I'm
down.
going all the way. I
Yeah.
gotta go all the way.
Might as well. Might as well.
What else have I been watching? I've been... I've been doing... I don't know. I think that might be it right now.
Oh, I've been watching House of Cards.
House of Cards. Yeah.
So good. Kevin Spacey. Whew. Enough said.
Enough said.
Enough said.
I watched the first few episodes of that. It's pretty good.
Actually, wait, no, I'm lying. I've been watching older stuff. That's why I didn't really
Okay.
touch on it. What is it called? What's the show about the guy who made Seinfeld?
The guy.
Larry David. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Ah.
It's kind of fun. It's like, it's not really situational, but it's more
Satire.
kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
and like ironic situations that he gets himself into.
Okay.
Like he goes to, what does he do? He gets signed on with this new show on, I can't remember what network it was, but he goes to like the producer's house and everything, and he goes to the washroom upstairs instead of using the one downstairs because it doesn't have a handle on it.
Okay.
And then his wife uses that exact same washroom, and someone walks in on her because he was afraid of someone walking in on him. And then when he goes upstairs, he meets their daughter, and he starts playing with her. He's like, yeah, your parents are really nice, and the daughter's playing with one of her dolls,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, I want to cut the hair. So he cuts the hair off the doll for her, and then just gets into this huge fight with the network producer, and he has to leave the party. So he goes to his manager's house, and his manager's daughter has the exact same doll, and they have this whole fiasco trying to switch the doll heads, and
Okay.
it's really funny. It's funny.
Sounds funny.
It is. It's good.
Comedies, I've been
Parks and Rec.
I've been doing Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
I'm just trying to save some of it though, because I'm so afraid of like catching up, because I just want to have more of it.
I know.
And I never want it to end.
Yeah.
Community, I've been putting it off because I kind of don't like the show.
No, it's kind of iffy for some people, to be honest.
I don't like this show.
Like, I understand the appeal of it, like, because like the first 2 seasons I adored. I loved the show, to the moon and back. But it's like,
C was the exact opposite me. The exact opposite for me. Sorry. The first season I really hated. The second season was where I kind of got attached to it, and the third season really just propelled me forward into the next few seasons. But honestly, towards the last one, like season 4 was what I left on, and I didn't care anymore.
So yeah, I've been going through the 3rd season of that as well, because it's just one of those things I want to finish.
Yeah.
Because the characters are funny,
Uh-huh.
but it's just it's so much for me now, and I can't go through that kind of comedy anymore. I don't think. I feel like,
No.
when the hell are they gonna graduate college?
Can we touch on the Big Bang Theory a bit? How the first season was amazing because it actually used clever jokes that were like sciencey and stuff, and then it just degenerated in the second season and just started going into sex jokes, and it's just like
The Big Bang Theory.
this has been done on every other show.
Big Bang Theory is a pile of dookie. Sorry,
Yeah.
people who actually watch that show religiously, but it's not that great, and it shouldn't be at the point where it is right now.
It is
Because of what it does.
It has become legendary.
Like, fuck.
I don't mind it as much. I don't think.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. Like, I do agree with all of your points, but it's like, whenever it's on, I feel like I can just sort of just watch it. And just,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
You can,
like
if it's on,
I
you just-
can watch
Yeah,
it.
sure.
but
Good
it's
show.
I wouldn't rank
just
it
like-
among the best comedies though.
No, it doesn't deserve to be where it is. I mean, if it's on, it's like The Simpsons. You just kind of...
One of the best
Tune into
comedies
it, why
on
not?
TV right now, I think, is it's Louis, from Louis C.K.'s show.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is so,
Yes.
so. I don't even understand the comedy. I can't comprehend the comedy, but it's so hilarious.
Okay.
And
Two best comedies out right now. Louis, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I watched the first episode of that, and I didn't like it, so I gave up.
Oh.
But it's the first season's on Netflix now. Maybe I'll check it out.
I didn't like the first season I didn't like the first season either, but I was thoroughly impressed after that.
And then it started winning all these awards and stuff, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
That show that I didn't like a month ago?
Man,
Yeah.
this show can't be that good. Well, who's on it? Andy Samberg and...
Terry Crews is on, I believe.
Terry Crews,
Okay. Terry Crews is always funny.
what's his name? Bauer, Boyer,
Bauer Boyer.
some
guy.
Some.
Yeah, I've kind of been looking forward to the show, but I just never really got around to it. My problem. Which kind of seems to be my problem for a lot of stuff. I intend to do it, and I'll even buy the materials, but...
Oh, and it
download
has what's her face in it? Pirelli, Gina Pirelli.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I tend to put a lot of things on backlist, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, same here. That's what I've done with House of Cards, and I did it with Community. I've done it a few times with Supernatural. Like, every season I finish, I kind of wait another month before I continue on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much to go through.
Oh yeah, the season, like, what, there's about 20 episodes in one season
Yeah,
sometimes?
it's one of those. And they're
It's
like the hour
really
episodes too, so it's...
Yeah.
So it's a lot to go through, and it's like a lot of filler episodes.
See,
But like what I like about the filler episodes though is that they show you like kind of like a different monster or different entity each time, so it's something unique. So that's why I keep going back to it. It's something.
It's like what they did in the first season. They had all those different kind of creatures and for each different episode, and then they started with an actual story on the second season, and they continued through with that, and then all the filler episodes just go back to that first season that really drew people in.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but they need to just do what they did in the first season through the whole show, I think. Of course, they're going to run out of shit eventually, so it's inevitable to get to a story.
I think there's still no end in sight for the show.
No.
Like, they have not announced an ending to the show. Guys, the show's been going on since like 2005.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe it? Almost 10 years. So, I think we're nearing the end. I think if this next season isn't the end, maybe the next one. I'm still trying to catch up to it.
I gave up on it.
On a different note,
Don't blame me.
yeah, I don't either, because I can see why people would stop watching this, because it's like, but I don't know. I like these two guys. I think they have this kind of charisma about them that I like watching. And it's just
Dean, Sam, Dean,
and no, I think they're interesting characters.
Oh, they are. They're great. Sam. And
But I think I will find that fatigue that you guys did.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Because I'm already sort of feeling. That's why I take those month breaks between seasons. On another note, did you guys watch? I know Ian did. Sam, did you watch the second season of Arrow?
I haven't even started Arrow.
You haven't even started Arrow.
No regrets.
Whoa. Yeah, you're...
No regrets.
All right.
No regrets.
Well, I think that's a pretty good show that's going on right now. The Flash is starting up soon.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that.
Why wouldn't you watch Arrow then?
You
don't know.
You
No,
have to watch Arrow.
Yeah, okay. For me,
Because they're going to be linking together.
Yeah, okay. I just never got into it. It's one of those things. I missed the beat, so
Like Stephen Amell.
I kind of put it off.
Stephen Amell is probably. He's an awesome guy. Okay. First time I went out drinking, there he was at the bar. Didn't know who he was, but he was there, and then he was Arrow.
Coincidence?
Coincidence? I don't know.
I think.
Yeah, it was definitely coincidence. But no, it's such a good show, man. I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I've only heard good things about it, but I just put it off and I never really picked it up. So.
Okay, well, that's fair.
But I am gonna be watching The Flash because, you know me, I love The Flash.
Yeah.
Most broken superhero in all of ever, besides Superman.
It's unfortunate he's not a smarter person.
No, it's different iterations of The Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but
Which one are they using?
they're using Barry Allen.
Okay, Barry Allen is the crime photographer.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not the photographer. Well, yeah,
No,
crime
well,
scene investigator.
I guess you could
Well,
say
he was
he's
like
an investigator,
Yeah, he was.
detective. But like if all of them were smarter people, they wouldn't be able to be hit. They wouldn't be able to be countered. They'd be able to fucking stop time.
I
Beat
think
the shit out of a guy.
that would be too much. That would break superhero-dom. Superheroes
That's
have to.
their superpower.
But if you're a superhero, you gotta have some kind of weakness. You can't be fucking the Sentry.
You can't. You have to have
That's-
some sort
that's
of
the-
weakness, or you end up with a fan base like Batman's,
Yeah.
where it's the god complex is out of control.
Yeah, literally Batman's superpower is if you have a weakness, he will find it and he will exploit it. If you don't have a weakness, Batman makes one. That's
So
Pretty much
it's sort of something like that.
Yeah.
People must think I hate Batman. I do. I love Batman. It's just I love Batman pre The Dark Knight because that's when no one was like all Batman crazy. Well, I guess
I
there
like
was.
Frank Miller Batman.
Frank Miller Batman.
you're in your DC comics.
Yeah.
You love DC comics.
Anyways,
baby.
Sam, why don't you watch Arrow?
You're
I just
dumb.
It's not appealing.
No, I just.
Okay.
I know it's good, and it's like Korra, Legend of Korra. I just didn't watch it. It didn't really appeal to me, I guess.
How do you know it doesn't appeal to you?
Because I didn't really like Avatar, and I kind of watched
Now
it
that's
over your
just dumb.
No, I know it's good. I just don't like it myself. It's good. It's like, I don't know.
You don't want to hit that light. A little dark, man. Darkness. Yeah, we're doing this podcast in the dark now. We started when there was some light, but now there's just no light.
Yeah.
So we're going to turn on a lamp here.
But seriously though, I mean, I get why people like things, and I can understand why something is good.
Yeah.
And why it appeals to so many peoples.
Okay.
But I just don't like it myself.
That's
Well,
fine.
it's one of those things. It's one of those things.
Because
It's weird.
I'm like that with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
League of Legends.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's
So
League is a bit of
they have this new Gotham show coming out, and it's a prequel to everything Batman.
Okay.
It's like Bruce Wayne when he was a kid, and I think the story's more about Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gordon.
And they're gonna show you sort of Bruce Wayne as a kid and the journey of Commissioner Gordon, and that sort of sounds cool. They also have a show
It sort of sounds cool, but it can't be canon
with what?
Why not?
with the comics or the movies
Well,
or
you
anything.
shouldn't expect it to be. I mean,
It could be a standalone. It could still be.
it could be a standalone story.
Yeah, but like, Gordon only came into Gotham when Batman was first starting up.
Maybe.
Gordon was like the counter to They brought him in to counter Batman.
He's the bat counter.
Well,
Batman's bat gadgets.
So I'm just saying it can't be canon. That's all. That's all.
It can still be a standalone.
It can be. It can be. It can be cool.
honestly, just
Not canon. I'm sorry.
it can
It can do what it wants to do.
it can
goddamn
do
it.
whatever it wants to do. I have no gripe with it, with all of this.
See,
like it has to be what the comics
yeah.
is, and I think it can be its own thing. It'll be fine.
See, that's what I think I'm gonna like about it, though.
Yeah, because it'll show you original stories, and that's why I don't see why people want all these comic book movies to be like the comic books. Like you could take elements from the comic books, that's fine.
Mhm.
And I just thought of our next topic.
Like what they did with Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Though that wasn't a comic book, it was an actual.
I think you could take elements, but then make it kind of build your own stories around it. Show us something
Yeah.
new,
Mhm.
and it'll be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So, one more thing before I jump to that. The Better Call Saul show that's coming out, which is Saul's story from the Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
They recently announced that it's going to take place before, during, and after Breaking Bad. So I actually find that really interesting, because they're
Yeah.
going to show you Saul's side of the story, and you might get a cameo from Bryan Cranston here, or Aaron Paul there.
Yeah.
I find that cool. I want to see how like Saul started up though, because he's like this really he has these like twisted morals,
Yeah.
but he has like this like comedic. I want to see how he like started as a lawyer. Like maybe he started as a lawyer and he like in his mind he truly had the best intentions to be a lawyer. He's gonna get all the bad guys and whatnot. But then he makes a deal with this bad guy here, and then he makes a deal with this bad guy there, and he eventually gets into like all this crime stuff. And I feel like if they do that approach, I find it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be cool what they show after Breaking Bad, like what happens to him after he, like, has to get his name changed and everything, and so I find that cool.
I feel like that's gonna be.
I'm way more excited for the show now than I was 2 weeks ago, so that's good. That's all I have to say about Better Call Saul. I just want to drop that in.
I want to see some more Huel.
Yeah, I hope they bring back Huel,
Reasonably.
in Bill Murray's character.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to move on to was these slight little tiny little changes that Marvel made this past week regarding some of their most notable characters.
Mm-hmm.
That being Thor and Captain America, and actually even Iron Man, which is being spoken about a little less.
What are they doing with Iron Man?
Superior Iron Man. So they're gonna make a more dickish Iron Man, pretty much.
More dickish than Marvel Civil War and Iron Man? Or?
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't really.
It wasn't dickish.
He had his own.
They're gonna make him more of
reasons.
a jackass, I guess.
Okay. Or Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man.
So they have this female Thor now, which, worst PR stunt I've ever seen Marvel do ever. I understand wanting to have more female superheroes, totally on board with that. I'd love to see it myself, actually.
Yeah.
But I feel like you don't need to replace the male ones. I feel like you can create characters. You have a very creative
I feel
minds
like
at
there are
Marvel.
already superheroes that are there that they could be using.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true. But like, even if you did want like you wanted like a Wonder Woman for Marvel, I feel like you could create that, and I hate to say this, but shoehorn her into shit. Because girls will get behind that.
Yeah.
Girls are already behind
She-Thor.
She-Thor.
But I don't mind it. I mean,
You don't mind it?
didn't they already kill off Thor? They killed off Thor and they brought him back in Civil War.
Oh,
which
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
technically Thor, but it was
It's
like
like
a clone
a
of him.
Clone, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I can pick up the hammer of Thor. But whatever. How did they bring him back? Because I'm not that far.
I don't know how they brought him back, but now he does something in this new original Sin storyline that they're doing. I've been reading it. I've read the first few issues. It's pretty good. Thor did something pretty disgraceful, and he's no longer worthy of picking up Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
And
Yeah,
suddenly,
Thor 2.
this girl and I guess she picks it up and she's now Thor. And it itself, I don't know. I'm like so on the fence about it because I like the idea. I actually like a female Thor. I find that's kind of cool.
Mm.
I think they could have had like Lady Sif do it or something like.
No, that would have been Thor mom. Wait, no,
No,
is that
that's
his mom?
No.
Okay. No,
Lady
I'm
Sif
wrong,
is
I'm sorry.
the
The
girl
lady.
from the Thor movie, Jamie Alexander's character. She's
Oh, like
Yeah, she's
the
like
best
the
she was like-
best friend,
Okay.
love interest.
My bad.
why can't she do it or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no problem with Falcon becoming Captain America because that just makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, even though they already have a ton of black Captain Americas, they have the Young Avengers Captain America, and he's a black teenage kid. You know, they have the older guy who used to be the secondary Captain America, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's just a black guy too. So why not use them instead of making Falcon Captain America?
No, because
I
Falcon.
mean, it does make
Falcon
sense.
is-
It makes sense, but
Falcon's like Captain America's like. I don't want to say it's sidekick, but like
he's still the Captain America.
the
so-
sidekick.
he's the sidekick. So I don't know. It sort of makes sense that he steps up and he kind of takes on that role.
You know, they could have made the U.S. agent Captain America.
But if you look at this picture they brought out showing like the new Avengers that they're gonna come out with in the fall, it looks a lot like what they're going on with in the movies. Like they showed in the new Avengers, you have this Thor, which is the female Thor.
Mm.
You have this new Iron Man. You have Sam Wilson, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, which they both have movies coming. You have Winter Soldier is in there. Bucky. He's in there. You have a few female characters. I can't remember which female characters are in there. But it looks a lot like where they're going with the movies, so I feel like the comics are going to mirror the movies in a way. Do you think they would ever use female Thor in the movies? You think they'd ever go that far?
Wasn't what's his name considering one girl for being the actual female Thor in a production?
Yeah. They actually were considering it.
Yeah, they've
The other day when they said that there was going to be a female Thor and whatever, they picked what's-her-face from the Resident Evil movies, with the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like not Mila Jovovich, but the other person that's with her in the first movie.
Okay.
And maybe the second movie. I'm not sure if she dies in the first
Was she in the Resident Evil movies?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was some Swedish model woman. I'm probably hearing it from a completely different source.
Okay, well then, if they go that way, whatever. No, I'll make my peace with it eventually. I just think it's.
I feel like
there's a better
Like,
way. I feel like
I'm not huge into Marvel, so I don't know all the female superheroes or whatever. But like, I feel like they could just use a female superhero.
and bring her up to be like, and yeah, they could have taken like Wasp or something and just sort of. I guess I don't know. So, I guess that's that. What are we at right now? We're
We're at like an hour and
coming close to an hour and a
2
half.
minutes.
You guys want to call it a day here,
I guess.
or okay?
Should talk about
Thor
DC.
is Thor. DC.
Okay. Well, we'll talk a little bit about DC, then we'll call it a night.
Yeah.
So,
Damn. Yeah, I can't find the article right now.
I feel like DC is definitely going places.
With their TV shows, and possibly Justice League, not the movie.
well, Justice League movies confirmed, but
Oh yeah, but why not just make it like Justice League Origins or something instead of Superman versus Batman?
because people want to see Batman versus Superman. That is the selling point of this movie.
And what if technically that is one of the origin stories?
I know.
Where Superman was asked to come take out Batman because they saw differences in justice, and then they sort of just got over it and created the Justice League together.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think if you keep the rest of it, because we already know Jason Momoa is in this. We know
Wait, who's he?
Aquaman.
He was Aquaman.
He's Aquaman.
Hey, ooh. Okay.
Jason Momoa is Aquaman, right?
That's neat.
We have Wonder Woman. We have Cyborg. And I think that's all they confirmed so far. If they keep those minimal roles, keep the focus on Batman and Superman,
Yeah.
like they will probably.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have a good movie. Then you can do Justice League because they're filming. I have a feeling they're filming back to back.
They are.
So they'll do Justice League the next year or the year after.
And what I'm getting from like all these casting announcements is that there's no way all these characters are in the first movie. Like they
could be small roles though. They could show up for like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
each.
yeah. Like if they're introducing the heroes in the first movie, like we already know that the guy that's playing Cyborg, he's just gonna be a part of a football game.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is only supposed to come in to intervene and be like a peacekeeper between Superman and Batman.
Well, we don't know that, but they could just show. They could just show her alter ego, Diana.
That's what they're doing too.
Like she could just show up like, I don't know, in like a suit or something. She's like a.
Yeah, no.
She's-
There's a picture of her dressed up in like work clothing,
Yeah.
leaving LexCorp.
Okay, so that makes sense actually. This big thing going around right now though is, I guess it isn't big, but there's sort of this theory going around right now that DC always planned to release this Batman vs Superman movie in 2015, but they're just they just want to keep that kind of under wraps for now, just in case, because I guess they had problems earlier on. And I don't believe it's true. I think it will come out in 2016, but like people are thinking that it Comic-Con that they're gonna announce it's actually coming out in 2015 after all. Yeah, and everyone freaks out and everyone's happy.
Yeah, Batman, Superman.
I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think that'll happen. It's definitely 2016, and I think it might even get delayed.
I don't think it'll get delayed. That's 2 years out. And they're already filming, so.
Well, wasn't John Jones announced too? Martian
No.
Manhunter? No? I thought that was a big thing. For like, because they... I'm probably wrong again, but I thought they put in Wonder Woman and they actually assigned an actress to her, and there were like heavy rumors that Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah, it's
No.
just it's rumors.
Okay.
Stuff.
No, they've said they're not doing Martian Manhunter.
Have they?
Yeah.
Because
They said they might do it in the future. They said they're not doing it for
okay.
Batman and Superman and
That's
the
true.
first Justice League.
And Stephen Amell, the guy who plays Arrow, says,
He's not going to be a part of it.
no, he didn't say that. Says he has a huge announcement coming out at Comic-Con, and people are starting to put 2 and 2 together.
If he says something completely random that just has
I am
nothing
not
to do with
gonna
the
be
movie.
Arrow in the Justice League.
No, not
movie.
even that. He's like, yeah, I got a cat and I named it the Flash
Yeah.
because they're something like that.
I don't know. So there's all these. It's nearing Comic-Con. All these theories are starting to come around,
Mm.
and
Big time.
it's just a matter of what's true and what's not. So I guess that'll wrap up our discussion for today. We're pretty much at an hour and a half.
We could always
Yeah.
do Avengers 2 for 5 minutes.
You want to talk about Avengers 2 for 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Sam, you can lead this one.
Where do you think they're going with this?
Avengers 2?
Yeah, no, Avengers 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. Where do you think they're going to funnel it into? What's it going to end up as?
I think they're going to try and take an element from World War Hulk. I think they're going to shoot Hulk into space. He's going to meet up with Guardians of the Galaxy. He's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's going to bring them back for Avengers 3, team up in Avengers 3 to fight Thanos. That's just what I think right now.
There you go. You got it. You got it. You nailed it on the head. That was pretty much...
I think Hulk's going to be what brings the two teams together. But Hulk is probably going to be pissed off for being... Unless it's Ultron that sends Hulk into space, then he won't be pissed off at the Avengers.
Yeah, that'd make a lot of sense.
I think that's where they're going with that.
I feel like just for the sake of it'll be easier to make the third Avengers movie, I think they're going to have Ultron send him into space. Just
Yeah,
so
it
he
would
comes...
make a lot of sense.
Just so he comes back and he's just like, yo, I'm back.
But we do know Hulkbuster armor is in Avengers 2. It's for sure.
Yeah.
So, and it was fighting the Hulk.
Uh-huh.
So whether that means Ultron put himself into the Hulkbuster armor or something and he started fighting the Hulk that way or something, we'll see. Maybe Hulk goes a little crazy. But I'm almost, I just have this crazy feeling Hulk is going into space at the end of Avengers. And he's going to meet up with Guardians.
Then they're going to go for Shawarma.
Then they're going to go for Shorm in
Yep.
space.
Because that's what they're... I mean, for the trailer for Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, it was Iron Man mask turns into Ultron, so that's...
Oh yeah, it's confirmed.
Yeah, that's most definite.
Tony Stark creates
Even apart from that.
Ultron. So that's where they're going with
And
that.
technically also creates Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see Vision as well.
Yeah, he is in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even
Voiced
a
by
small
It's voiced by the same guy
Paul
who
Bettany.
voices Jarvis.
Yeah.
Now, is he going to have a small part, or is he going to be a big...
Well, we'll
I
see.
inclusion
I
in this
have no
movie?
idea, but apparently Jarvis is supposed to become Vision or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Ultron's supposed to be like a corrupt version of Jarvis. So like the Paul Bettany voice is gonna kind of like morph into like the James Spader voice or something like that.
see what you were talking about before, the whole Hulkbuster armor and Ultron taking over that would make a lot of sense, because, I mean, if Tony Stark's building the Hulkbuster armor to take care of the Hulk, and he goes nuts, and Jarvis is corrupted to Ultron.
I feel like
It would
Vision's gonna be one and done in this movie though. I feel like he's gonna show up, he's gonna help the Avengers, and then Ultron will just kill him or something. Because I don't see his character going much further actually.
Well, I mean, they are doing Scarlet Witch, and they're supposed to be, like...
We're gonna have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Yeah, with Aaron Taylor Johnson and,
Elizabeth Olsen.
yep, not Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yeah. And also they're not married in this. They're now siblings. For
Yeah.
those of you who've seen Godzilla.
Think he's going to screw up this one?
I don't know.
I feel like he won't. I feel like he was literally redirected to act that way.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
I feel like he's an alright actor. Like he's good in Kick-Ass and
Yeah,
whatnot.
he was
But
great in Kick-Ass.
Yeah, he's got Joss Whedon directing him. I'm sure they're gonna make the character cool. All the set pictures, I don't think he looks all that cool. I think a lot of the CGI is gonna come in after and like help that look a bit better.
Because like I've seen those set pictures, it just looks like he's jumping and running around.
He's just doing stuff. It's just
like, I'm playing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So we could possibly. What else could happen in Avengers 2 that could set up the future? I don't see what else.
Stan Lee cameo.
We're gonna have a Stan Lee cameo, of course.
Standard.
Thor, I don't think much is gonna. I think we're gonna learn a lot more about Thor in Thor 3. I don't think too much is gonna happen to his character in Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Do you think
Chris Evans?
Do you think we might have a Winter Soldier?
We might.
In this
He
one?
signed on for 9 movies. They don't have to use him for 9 movies, but the guy who played Bucky, Sebastian Stan, he signed a 9-deal contract. Of course, that all of them have to do that now because of what happened with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
His contract ran out and he wanted like $50 million for like Avengers, for the first Avengers or something like that, something crazy like that. So Chris Evans has 2 movies left, which will be his next Captain America movie and then Avengers 3. So that's after Avengers 2, so he has 3 left. And then his contract's up and he said he wants to go on and direct some stuff.
Yeah.
So that means they'll either focus on other characters or we'll have a replacement come in for Chris Evans to be Captain America. And now with Sam Wilson being him in the comics, we could see that, or we could see Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes become Captain America for a while.
Yeah.
So there's those 3 theories.
Yeah.
Which would you guys prefer?
I don't know. I kind of like Chris Evans as Captain America. I'd like to see him stay.
You like to see him say so? Like he just takes a break for a while and then
maybe.
He's not staying.
No.
I think his contract runs out. He leaves for a couple of years, directs a few movies, then he signs another contract. He can come back.
Yeah, he definitely could.
He could, but like from what I'm hearing is that like he's done acting.
He's not done acting.
From what I'm hearing from interviews that he's been in, I think he's just like
I've heard those same interviews.
Done.
To me it sounds more like he's just taking a break to direct some stuff.
Yeah. Maybe.
But maybe if he does finish acting, then Sebastian Stan, put on your boots, you're headliner now. That's or
honestly, I wouldn't mind either.
Yeah. Maybe we got the death of Captain America. Maybe they do the whole Falcon takeover. New Captain America, but
either or, I'd be happy with. Any route they take, I'm happy with. Anthony Mackie's Falcon, I liked.
Anthony Mackie's just awesome.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
Sebastian Stan's awesome, so either one of those I'll like.
Mm-hmm.
If Chris Evans comes back, I'll like. Iron Man, moving forward, this is probably the most interesting one because I don't think Robert Downey Jr.'s in this for much longer.
Nope.
He's sort of in the same boat as Chris Evans right now. He's contract's up after Avengers 3.
Yeah.
So, will that be a recast, or will
they gonna kill him off?
Kill him off. No way to kill off the character, I guess, and then bring in someone else to be Iron Man.
I mean, they've got.
No, do you want to know what would be actually pretty cool? If he started raising, like someone who could take his place when he got too old, and then when his contract is up, then it's just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And you're taking my place. I have taught you well.
That'll be the That'd be cool. I'd like to see something like that.
Cause like I really don't like recasts, especially when you've seen the same person in
for multiple movies.
For many movies.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really many movies, but who played Rhodey Rhodes in Iron Man 1?
Oh,
the guy who's the really good actor that nobody can remember his name.
Yeah, what's his face?
Kind of looks like Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then he got replaced by Don Cheadle. And I feel bad for forgetting his name because that's no slight to him. He's actually a really good actor. I really liked him as War Machine.
What What is his name?
Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, he was good.
Mm-hmm.
They replaced him. Edward Norton got replaced by Mark Ruffalo.
I don't mind that.
Mark Ruffalo is an amazing banner.
Mark Ruffalo is good.
Yep.
I would have liked to see Edward Norton.
Same.
And especially, and we probably would have had him if it didn't have to do with that, the script shit.
Script
and the other.
dispute.
Oh. Is
Yeah.
that why he...
Yeah, because apparently Edward Norton worked on like a portion of the script and he wanted writing credits for it or something, and they're like,
And they didn't give
they're
it
like,
to him.
no.
Wow. That's
So-
douchey.
And like he wrote 45, like the first 45 minutes of the script in an hour and a half movie,
So
and they didn't give him anything.
That's bullshit. But
something like that. So,
that happens.
but yeah, that's the rope you walk when you're working with Marvel, you know.
Yeah.
Like just recently with Edgar Wright, he's been on for
Terrence
Ant-Man.
Howard.
Terrence Howard, thank you. Edgar Wright's been on for Ant-Man since like 2006, okay? And he's the one who brought the idea to Marvel to do that, and it was smooth sailing. We were going to get an Ant-Man movie by Edgar Wright, and it was going to be amazing and awesome, and just a couple weeks before they started shooting, he's off because Edgar Wright's Ant-Man does not work with this cinematic universe that's going on anymore. And it's kind of sad, because you have someone who's been working on this movie for years and years and years, longer than almost anyone there, so it sucks. But those are the games you play with Marvel.
Yeah. You gotta play some Marvel games.
Gotta play some Marvel games.
Sell out one franchise to Fox, one franchise to Sony, and the rest to Disney. Well, is it the rest to Disney? Disney has the rights to everything else, right?
Disney has the rights to pretty much everything except Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four. Namor is like in this weird thing with Legendary and Marvel, like
Yeah.
It's sort of like the Scarlet Witch. And
except apparently it's like the opposite of that, where like no one can make it. No one can use him, like something like that.
He's in the clusterfuck zone.
He's in the really weird.
He's in the zone where he's the only superhero that Marvel owns to themselves.
What?
Well, Marvel owns all of their almost all. The
Yeah,
characters.
but like it's not bought by anyone else. So
Well,
it's
Namor
just-
is. He is owned by another studio. He's owned by like Universal or something. But like,
Then why can't it? Why is it working that they can't make it?
because apparently it's weird because the rights are with Marvel, but there's something going. There's like, because look at these. You look at one of these contracts. They're pages long. There's something in that contract that keeps Marvel from putting him into a movie. It's like vice versa. So it's weird that Namor can't get used right now.
Just a big 25-page contract. One of the pages in like a small sentence. You cannot use him in movies.
Exactly. It could be just
Excuse
something.
me?
Yeah. So it's something stupid like that.
Yeah. And then there was the whole Days of Future Past. Who was it that stepped down after that movie and he said, nope, I'm done? Or was it someone from Spider-Man 2 who stepped down after? Because...
Roberto Orci.
Yeah, and they had the whole Days of Future Past thing at the end of Spider-Man 2, and that didn't make any sense. Why they were forced to put that in there.
Oh, at
Yeah,
the end of
you
Spider-Man
know,
2 when they showed
yeah,
the Days of Future
I'm like,
Past
what?
thing. That was because, because Bryan Singer left, he was supposed to do something, because 500 Days of Summer, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Zooey Deschanel movie,
Yeah.
that was Bryan Singer, and it was a really good movie, and Sony wanted him to do more stuff for them, but he went on to do his X-Men stuff. So okay, well then Fox owes us a free advertising slot for free.
Okay, so it was
And that's where they did it. At
trade-off.
the end of Spider-Man, they put that in.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. So, is that it?
Yeah. That's pretty
Anything
much
else we wanna?
We went on for 15 extra minutes there.
I think that's it.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, I guess we're out of topics for now.
Yeah.
That is our
See?
first actual podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed it. They'll only get better with time. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening from YourBlock. Have a nice night.
Yeah. Peace.